Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is March 5th, 2018, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, we're starting out at 11:30 South African time, Services PMI number coming out of United Kingdom. And then at 5 p.m. South Africa time, ISM non-manufacturing PMI number coming out. Now, these are not major numbers. These are important numbers if there are any surprises, of course, but just be aware of them that they are coming out. Now, more importantly, NFP is coming out this Friday, so just be aware of it. This is also the end of the first quarter. March is the expiration for most of the CFDs on the system, so that includes many of the indices like the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, etc., the JSC if you're trading it. So just be aware that these CFDs that represent the indices, etc., are expiring this month. So you need to either close them out or roll them over by closing the position and reopening the next contract that's coming out for next month. So just be aware that that is happening this month, and there's generally a schedule that comes out at the beginning of the month with with that information. So just be aware of it. Now let's take a look at what's been happening in the market. So we're jumping here into the EURUSD, and as you can see, the EURUSD had a nice run last week all the way up to 123.60-ish level from 121.70-ish levels. So that's a nice 200 pip range, and then we just faltered. Okay, we had a very volatile day last Friday, a little bit of trade wars, people exchanging big words, between Trump and the European Union, etc. And this is normal. Okay, when we get into a volatile market, when we get into a bull market, things get a little bit more volatile. So anything that is in the markets that is happening, and people are responding to them, it's going to be exasperated by or going to be agitated by that, and therefore the moves are going to be much greater. So to be in a 200 pip range is great for the week. Now we're retracing here, so we're basically in a new range. Okay, the upper range obviously 123.60-ish level, we didn't hold that, and the lower range 122.18-ish level, and we're closing in on the middle range of that. Now to this week may be a volatile week to follow up on last week, especially with NFP coming out and some of where the direction of the markets are going. Now there's going to be a little bit of a rotation in the markets, and we're experiencing that right now. Now I'm going to jump to the USDCAD, and the USDCAD is getting much weaker versus the dollar at 129.06-ish level, and we broke this out last week. And so this is really important, because if this is really tearing out on the upside and we continue breaking out higher, okay, and we break this previous resistance levels, okay, and we break this 129, we could definitely see it go back to 131. Okay, so that actually could wait with the dollar getting a little bit stronger here with the week's trading. So keep an eye on this as this trades throughout the week. GBPUSD, we sold off sharply last week. Okay, this was really the runoff of selling off last week. Now, we're in a situation right here where we're just sitting at support right here. Okay, and the next real support level is 136. So that's significant. Okay, I don't think we're going to get down there. I think we're going to actually bounce off of this number right here, maybe go back to 138. But we look like we're making somewhat of a wedge with a flat formation, which is a bullish flag. Now it's a little bit too early to say that right away, but you got to keep an eye on it to see how it's going to be trading for itself and how it's going to unfold throughout the week. Now we're going to jump into the USDZAR. ZAR getting much weaker versus the dollar, just trading at about 12, okay, flat. We had a nice rally from last week from 11.55, so there's been some volatility. The dollar's getting stronger versus the ZAR, so this is something I'd like to look at as this morning and this week progresses. I don't think we'll go above 12.13, but if that does frustrate, then we may be back into the 12.20, 12.50-ish level. So that's something to watch throughout the week as this continues to trade. Now, USD Japanese yen, the yen still getting stronger versus the dollar, below 106 here. We're gapping down 105.50-ish level. So let's see if we break this 105. Now, I believe a 105 is a decent support level. So if you do get a chance to pick it up around here, for the anticipated bounce, that may frustrate and maybe a really good trade. Now, looking at the commodities last week, gold had a sell-off last week below 13.12 last Friday, and then we just rallied right back to 13.25. 13.25 seems to be a nice midpoint. However, we're not, we're just trading within this ranges. So, we're not necessarily breaking down yet, okay? But you see that we're making a flat line at 1312-ish level right here, but we're not breaking out higher. So if we do make these lower highs here and we don't break it out higher, then we may find ourselves back into the low 1300. So keep an eye on that as this continues to trade as well throughout the week. Now let's jump into the Dow Jones. Dow Jones had a nice trade last week up to 25,795-ish level, and then the bottom fell over and we just retraced completely from 25,000. So it's 1,300 points in 1 week. Great volatility, fantastic on the way up, fantastic on the way down. This is really great kind of trading, great kind of scalping trading, especially if you're trading intraday, because the volatility is there. Okay, so we look like we're, settling down here at 24,400-ish level. So I would actually look to actually buy this into the week, maybe, a little bit, just pick it up a little bit here. Don't like to pick bottoms, but if I do it, responsibly, if you do it with small amount of volume, and you see that it's working for you, maybe, to get a little bit more aggressive once the bounce actually concurs the trade. So 24,418-ish level right here. Okay, if we do break down lower though, we could definitely see it back into the 23,600-ish level and testing those lows again. So keep an eye on that as that resolves itself this week. Like looking at the DAX, we had a nice nosedive last week, and guess what? We jumped off our 1190-ish level. So that's a nice level to actually jump off of, and we're trading right now 11,997. I believe we're going to rally this week. Okay, so let's see if we do get that. We're below the 30 and we look like we're about to break the 30 on the RSI. So let's see if we do get that as the week progresses. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.